What's going on, everybody? I feel like that was deserved. We needed that clap.
I never pressed that button before, so I wanted to see what it does.
We are so excited. We got a ton of stuff for y'all today. It's gonna be a little different than what you guys have expected for the first few episodes that we've been doing.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add to?
No, just make sure you guys are, taking the time out to hit the subscribe button and hitting that bell as well.
And like the video. It is free, man. Don't do nothing but help the algorithm. You know what I'm saying?
It does help the algorithm. It lets our channel get pushed out to other viewers that might be into anime and this podcast world. So it'll be greatly appreciated if y'all guys can hit a like button. Also comment on what y'all think about the video and other videos you might need to watch or talk about.
All right. With that being said, without further ado, let's get into this intro.
俺はコンフリックスカイドウを取り戻すためお前に会いに来たなんでだよ
That's so amazing.
Wait, what you eat? What are you eating?
What am I eating?
Yeah, what food did you get?
I had some American deli.
How was it? Like, what kind of wings? What kind of wings you get?
The wings were fine. I had some teriyaki wings. But that rice is trash. Like, it's bad. It was really bad. Like, it has this weird taste to it. I can't really describe it. I don't know, like, what they did to cook it, but it's upsetting.
You gonna get your money back?
I ate half the rice. Imagine me bringing it back. And then, no, real talk, there's a sign inside of the building, and it says no refunds once the food leaves the building.
Okay. We should. So now, when you're gonna try your food before you exit, you're gonna try like immediately a little taste.
Nah, I just won't go back to American Deli and get rice ever.
Is it all? Is your first time getting rice from American Deli?
Yes.
Okay. People get the fries.
Yeah, normally I get fries, but I was like, I haven't eaten today. This will be, you know what I'm saying, more filling. So let's just go ahead and get some rice.
What did I eat today? I had Chick-fil-A in the morning.
Oh wow.
And that's about it. 7:00 now.
Yeah. Probably time for you to eat again.
But I was asleep though the whole day. So.
See, that sounds bad, but really he was working, and so then he came home and went to. It's not just like you sleeping all day. Got anything to say for yourself?
What, me sleeping all day?
Yes, you're a serial sleeper.
Not really. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just getting some rest.
Wow.
Want me to kill over? I'm gonna kill over like you.
That's true. I really don't be sleeping that much, do I? Not a problem. I have been playing DNF Duel all week.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about that.
That's what I've been doing.
I played a little bit of it, and it's cool.
You can't air dash.
Yeah, I think that.
And you can't block in the air.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know you can. Okay.
Yeah. So anytime someone jumps in the air, they're vulnerable.
So just don't jump.
I mean, you have to jump sometimes because you can't always get in. Like, my character is not the fastest character. I play Inquisitor. And so sometimes people will zone me out. So I have to find ways around their zoning, whether it be jumping over projectiles. We do have a dodge roll button, which is R2. I play on PS4. But even then, at some point, they're going to, like, start reading it, and then... Yeah.
So basically, they probably will change that soon enough. So basically, you could be trying to like get in there, trying to play defense, and you accidentally jump. Let's say you're just trying to, block the ups and downs, and you accidentally jump. It's over with.
Yeah, somebody mixes you, and you try to jump out of it. It would catch you with a.
I wonder why. Did they forget it? Did they not want it in there? Did they?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That's a normal thing. The jump block.
Yeah, I really don't know, honestly. Yeah. But
it
I've been using it to my advantage, like freak.
The combos seem fun though.
So like if somebody tries to like I'll give you an example. Somebody try to jump in on me, and I jump, and I can just boom, it's full combo. Another thing is there's a lot of combos like off the ground. Like I can pick you up off the ground, but you have to know what moves do it, and you have to know the timing. Because if you don't, then you'll just be swinging at air.
Do you see a lot of competition play?
Oh my god!
Like let's say the next con or something, there's going to be a DNF duel.
Probably.
Tournament.
There's already been tournaments. Like I've already been watching tournaments on YouTube. Like literally, there was a tournament for the beta, and then there was a tournament for like day one, and then there's a most recent tournament. Like they had like a pools and all of that. So
and they're really good, right? Like they've been training for.
it's like
It's been out for a year.
It's been out for a day, for like 2 days. You're already amazing at the game.
That's crazy.
No, but I have a terrible record on rank. Like I put myself through the gauntlet. Okay, and Lost Warrior and Crusader are the most BS characters of all time. Oh my god, it grab you one time. Like I'm fighting Lost Warrior, and he just a grab. And it's like, how if I'm swinging at you?
The grappler.
How did you grab? No, the grappler. He's not cheap in that if you can keep him out, you'll win. The problem is once he gets in, he can hit you with a combo that takes over half your life, and you're just like, he only hit me once. Like that's how you feel. Like he got one hit, and now I'm reeling on the ground, hoping not to get hit again.
You know what I just thought of? It's off topic.
Okay.
But I'm going to start asking you questions in the beginning of each video, like awkward questions for you to answer.
Why would you
come up with random ones?
Why would you want to ask me an awkward question?
And just see what your answer will be.
Are you about to do that right now, and that's why you said that?
I can't think of nothing right now.
Oh, okay.
For the next one, I'll have one thought of, and I ask you, and you have to answer. You have to answer.
I don't know that I like that rule.
Yep, that's what it is. All right.
What?
So we got a video for you guys.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right. So the context is the video that has been going around that y'all have seen with the baby mama yelling at the father of one of her kids out of 4 about getting food for just their one son and not everybody. So she put a response video up. So we're about to get into that, and
oh my god,
we're about to get into that and watch her response video. So we're gonna watch the whole thing through and then watch her response video attaining to that. So let me go ahead and get this pulled up. Let's go to Chrome. All right, let me start this over. All right, let's go.
Every fucking day my baby daddy come here with one fucking meal for my child. But I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing at McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids at McDonald's though? Like that's bogus as hell. Like you're not.
No.
So you don't agree?
No. Oh my gosh.
So you're saying that you can't even play devil's advocate with this? That just flat out no. Like, I agree with you. I don't think that.
I feel as though if I have one child and you have 4, right? One of those 4 is mine, and the other 3 are not mine.
Right.
I am under no obligation to feed you, other kids. I'm not under any obligation. That's not my responsibility. If I choose to do it, then I do it out of the kindness of my heart. But if I don't, there's no way on the planet Earth that I should be getting bashed on the internet for something that I didn't even make the choice to have. I didn't make the choice to have 3 kids. I made the choice to have 1 kid.
But so from hearing this in the media, it seems like everybody is coming to the conclusion where they're saying that she is wrong, but they're also saying that he is potentially wrong for not getting food for the other kids, knowing that the other kids could build disdain for the child that their dad is doing something for them.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but
Still not his.
I think that still falls on the mom, right?
Yeah, that's not his
You,
problem.
you chose bad men to have sex with, to have children with, and so as a result, those children don't get done for by their father.
Mm-hmm.
That's not his fault because he does for his child and they don't.
And
But I
Mhm.
can see how that would be a thing. Like,
that could be a thing, but that's all speculation though. At the end of the day, that's all like we can just go like if we're lawyers, we could just go based off the video, right? And if you're defending her, then we'll go that route with the emotional trauma of the children. But if you're defending him, we're just going off the video. He provided food for his kids. This is what he's supposed to do.
yeah, it seems like that's normal. That's how it's supposed to work.
Provided food for his children, and she decided to take out her phone and bash and film him
She said
and try
she's-
to expose.
Like,
And it was talking
but
about.
what's try to expose? What are you exposing? That he's taking care of the child that he had.
And if people are talking about emotional abuse for the child, this is emotionally abusive to the child. To see that my mom is doing this is my father
Yeah.
downstairs. Like I obviously respect my father enough to text him to bring me food or whatever the case
Assuming
might be.
that there was a text.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Just he's does this every other day. He says in the video, "I do this. I come every other day, bringing him food. Like, what's the issue?" So now I see that my mom.
I was gonna say let's get back into the video so they can see more.
Okay.
Of it, yeah.
All right.
I'm finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something
God.
to eat. Look, there he go, and I bet you he only got one thing in there.
I'm sorry, this is hard to get through.
I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose.
wait. Why she zoom in like that? You saw that? You saw the zoom in on the cameras? I bet. All right.
So people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody.
What do you
What's
mean?
up?
What's up?
Because I'm finna expose you. Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
John,
They ain't my
why the- okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
So you said that struck a nerve when he said that ain't my kids. Okay. So
It's because she knows it's true.
yeah,
That's like you're right, but these are your kids' siblings. Because that's what she said. Them your kids' siblings, though.
and she wanted that to be the thing for him.
No, in
as
her
well.
brain, that made perfect sense.
Yeah,
Like, this
she
is
she wanted him to be like,
those are my kids'
okay,
siblings.
that makes sense, but those not my kids. So now she felt like it actually hit her that she's alone in this parenting for the other three, not the one that they have together because he's there, but the other three the fathers may not be. Because if that's the case, she should say that for all two or possibly three
Yeah.
other fathers. Then your sons, your sons, brothers and sisters,
And I'm surprised that I don't think there's going to be any real mention of them at all
the other
either.
fathers,
Yeah.
they're
like-
not gonna come forward, or she's not gonna.
yeah, she won't say nothing because
No,
they
say
probably not around. But let's continue.
So what are you talking about? What are you mad
Them
about?
my kids, them your kids' siblings though.
So what you
So my other kids finna be left out.
you didn't feed him?
You know I don't give my food stamps to the seven.
What? So hypothetically speaking,
So-
if he didn't bring any food for his son,
Go first.
his son's just gonna be sitting there with the rest of the kids hungry. So they just in there starving to death. She got half zombie mummy kids in there with ribs showing.
Until the 7th, whatever that is. If this is recently, the 7th is next week, right?
Those kids are hungry. There's kids in that house that's hungry right now. And she's talking about
It's the 2nd.
she talking about they don't eat they don't I don't get my food stamps to
If
the
this
7th.
is not an old video, if this is a recent video, she said she won't get her food stamps to the 7th. It's the 2nd. The 7th is next, so they're gonna starve all week.
Better yet. what did you do with your food stamps in the first place so that you don't have any right now?
How do you run out of food stamps? Like you get
And food.
you get replenished every month, I believe. And depending on how many kids, she should have a couple $100, like almost $1,000, just
Yeah.
about.
But you know you can sell food stamps for
Don't do that.
somebody asked me, like, they was like, hey, you give me $50, I give you this $100 worth of food stamps. I was like, no, I'm good. Like, I would prefer to just be able to use my money.
So she
Like,
gets food stamps and it comes on the 7th. I'm assuming it's the 7th of every month, so that means she spent a month's worth of groceries in a month and used all of it.
I mean, people would argue she has 4 kids. Of course, she's going through a month.
Yeah.
But if it's that,
Like you should have a decent amount of, like, you should have more than enough to go and stockpile your refrigerator.
I just feel like if you buy a fat amount
Maybe she don't cook like
the first time you go,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get to like the halfway point of the month and you need some more, there should still be enough there.
It's just his logical question. You didn't feed them? And her response of, you know, I don't get my food stamps to the 7th, meaning that. So
I don't get my government aid. I don't get my help until the 7th. Just think about what that means.
But in my perspective, if I was
Where's
him,
your money and your job?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I was him, it wouldn't be an argument about him coming down to get his McDonald's. Now would have been, okay, what's the well-being of my child here? What's going? Okay, now it's like, here's the McDonald's.
The conversation should change at that point.
Later, like, what do you mean? Like, so you can't?
So you're not feeding my son?
Can't feed my. Cause what do you mean the food stamps on the 7th? Like, what do you? It's a whole nother topic to bring up.
That's like an argument right there. Like, I'm about to start yelling.
Yeah,
because what you mean?
You need to like now you need to break down what you're doing each month with the money and why my kids are hungry every other day.
Is that my problem?
But if you're trying to help out, though, you're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping your son when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids? His siblings?
I just want to go and she said, if you're trying to help, he said, I'm not trying to help out. I'm trying to help my son. You trying to stay on. Well, how are you helping your son if you buying food for just him but not the other kids?
That's how I'm helping.
He won't be hungry. Like, I don't see.
Siblings. Them are his siblings, though. He's not finna eat in front of all his other siblings, and they're not eating no McDonald's. No. Why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car. I'll let him eat.
No. He's not finna eat that shit at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
This is my counter argument to anybody that said, "Oh, the other kid's gonna feel some type of way." Yada yada yada. He don't gotta eat in front of him. He just said, "Bring him outside."
That was another argument they were saying to separate the kids. And like he tried that. He's telling them to bring him to the car, and he don't even have to eat in front of them.
And he didn't. The kid didn't say no. She said no.
And I guarantee you, the other kids probably already know that McDonald's is coming. And I think on the video, his son is her fourth, her youngest. So the other ones are old enough to understand.
Yeah, I wanted us to get to that.
Okay.
Because that is I have a problem with that. That makes me mad. That creates an issue because now you put yourself in this situation.
Right.
Like,
So
my
you
bad.
telling me that I gotta bring my son food? I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
You sound dumb.
How is that dumb? You
That's
sound
my-
dumb.
I
You
have-
sound dumb.
Where are they daddies
He's
at?
really upset.
Nobody told you to talk to them other. You had them other kids. Them your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all.
What? No,
How
he
do that
doesn't.
shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's? You know I get food stamps on the 11th.
That ain't.
Wait, now it's the 11th.
Yep. I was finna say you.
But now it's the 11th. But also when he was saying about the food stamps, I mean not food stamps, about taking care of the other children. It's just I'm trying to make it make sense of why.
You can't. You can't make it make sense. I'm gonna tell you what Royce would tell me. You're trying to use logic to
To what?
to make sense of this situation.
And it's
And
not a logical.
there's no logical argument here.
Okay.
It's completely illogical. It's a complete emotional reaction.
Wait, go back a couple seconds. There was something there.
All the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's. You know I get food stamps on the 11th.
Oh yeah.
All the rest of the kids are.
So, that seemed like she's projecting with the whole how to look like having one of my kids eating McDonald's in front of the other ones. It sounds like it's projecting because it's like that'll be on you because you didn't decide. You didn't have the resources to make sure all the kids eat.
Yeah.
So now that's your consequence for me stepping into the role that you're supposed to be as the official full custody parent. Now you have to deal with looking at your other kids starve while one eat because I'm here. That's like that has nothing to do with me.
And it has everything to do with the dudes that you chose.
Mm-hmm.
Because you wouldn't even have this problem if you didn't
Because
choose.
it's not she's projecting. She wants, since he's active, she wants him to be active
For all of them. And it's like,
Because-
that's not the responsibility of that one man.
Because if all of the other fathers are not active like that, like how he is,
Which they probably aren't, and that's probably why she's hassling him like this. Because she wouldn't be going this hard if the other fathers was doing what they were
and
supposed to
she
do.
said I don't get my food stamps till now it's the 11th, but still she's in
It was the 7th before.
She's in desperation of income. So now it's like when she sees that somebody can actually reach out and help, she feels entitled because we have kids together, so I can kind of bully him into helping me out.
This is
rather
one
than
thing.
asking.
This is one thing too, though. If you're listening, I'm starting to think they won't be hungry, but they just won't have McDonald's because it sounds like that's what she's arguing more than anything else. She was saying, "What I look like letting one kid eat McDonald's and the other kids can't eat McDonald's."
Oh, okay. Wait. So you're saying like it's a toy type thing, like, and the other kids.
Yeah,
don't
McDonald's
have toys.
he got McDonald's because
It's
somebody bought that for
fast
him. I
food
can't
and-
afford that, but we got food in the house.
okay. So
But
in the
that
kids.
it contradicts it when she says, "I don't get my you didn't feed him. I don't get my food
yeah.
stamps too."
If she does have money and then she's doing this, it's like
I think she does though. I think she do,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she just wanted to be petty. That's what I think.
because it looks like on a video, her response video, she had her wig on, lashes.
MTR said
done.
that. MTR said that, but we'll get to that after we finish this.
How do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's? You know I get food stamps on the 11th.
That ain't 3 kids that ain't mine. 3 kids that ain't mine. What do
Yeah,
I look like? I bring-
they're his
I
siblings.
bring him
You
food.
knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
No, the f- I did.
Yes, you did.
I think he did. I think he had an idea and he just ignored the red flags like a dummy.
He-
If you watching this, you made a dumb choice. You made a bad decision, okay? But it's not too late.
He made a bad decision by having a child with her, but ultimately they were non-married, so he has no obligation to take care of the other kids. No legal.
Yeah, he doesn't have
obligation.
any legal obligation. But
Which is-
that I feel like this goes beyond legal obligations because I think this is why a lot of the red pill community guys say don't date single mothers.
Yeah.
Because when you get into a situation with a single mother, whether they want to admit it or not all of them, but a lot of single mothers would like for you to have some form of relationship with their children. And so you getting into a relationship with her should understand that that is what comes with it. That's how I feel. That comes with it. So if you choose that, just know her child comes with that. That's why it's complicated, and that's why they say don't, because it creates this dynamic to where something like this can happen to you. And I'm not saying that's everyone, because I know a couple of women that probably wouldn't trip like this. They probably feel some type of way, but they wouldn't do this.
What is this?
You know what
Right.
this is. Hold on, wait.
You expect me to take care of all the kids? They not my kids.
Okay, but you still had a baby with me who have kids with other people. I still have other kids.
Wait, pause. Whoa, she just said something there. Did you listen to the logic?
Yeah, but you still had a baby with me.
But no. Do you listen to
You expect me to take care of all the other kids? Yeah, because
she and her? So this is what it is. She understands why he's doing this. That's literally what she said just now. Was saying that I'm a bad bet for any type of relationship beyond casual That's literally what she just said. You knew what you were getting into, meaning that you knew I had baggage before you had a baby with me. So she knew she was a bad product before he decided
Bad product is crazy.
to purchase. So she knows her own faults and where her life point stands at. And now when it actually comes to fruition, now it's like, now you should be stepping up after you knew I was a bad bet. Now this is your consequence. Basically what she's saying. Your
It's kind of like, hey,
of dealing with me as a bad bet is to take care of all three.
It's almost like you're using your negatives as leverage on him.
Now it's like you're you're the devil.
But that's
you
what
knew I'm the devil.
Again, that's what MTR says though. Like it's like
and you make this
they'll start to use children as leverage against you. That's why you should be very careful who you have children with.
Yeah, he should have been careful.
Cause she's literally trying to leverage the. You know what I'm saying? Like she's literally using the child as leverage right now.
He doesn't need to make a video, but if he did, that'd be, if he made a video about.
Yeah, I wouldn't say nothing about him though.
The details of
their situation.
Yeah, or just him and the son situation of coming every other day. If his son's hungry every other day, if she's always missing money and waiting till what I'm saying. What if she actually spending her money?
Because that would shed light on a lot.
Yeah, it'll shed light on because they think he's just I'm being selfish. Him getting details on the other baby fathers because she's probably not gonna do that. What his like.
I mean, but assuming that he know about them, you think he know a lot about them? Or
if they were, if his son was their youngest, that means they were together long enough to, whatever. He hasn't seen them. The fathers coming in and out. Oh, it's the weekend, so he coming with this father. The weekend they going with that father. But if
they even go,
I'm saying if it was nothing, then he can clarify. Yeah, the other kid's father, the one in jail, or he probably knows some backstory because he probably talked. You know what I'm saying?
She definitely told him. Yeah.
But let's keep on.
Because I'm exposing. Everybody think you such a motherfucking good daddy. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're full of shit in this bullshit. You only come here with one fucking piece of food for one child.
His child. His only child.
Wait. Is she almost saying something there?
She tried to say he's a bad dad.
But why though? Why can't she accept that other people believe that he's a good father?
Because she's struggling.
So I'm saying, so she's projecting again.
So she's
being in an emotional state. She's projecting.
She feels like she's doing everything,
or she's not doing enough financially, and since he's the man, the father, he should be taking on whatever
all of the children,
whatever role that
even
she's
the ones
lacking.
that aren't his.
And since now she's realizing, I don't think she realized it, but at this point,
no way she
can realize the importance of marrying the father of your kids, because now he has a more of an obligation to, okay, I'm the father, we're married, I got married for a purpose, let's take care of these kids. But just a boyfriend,
I would argue, even if y'all had one child, it would be way easier. You know what I'm saying? Because you wouldn't feel like he's not doing for your other kids because y'all have the one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's evident that if she only had that one child, he would do for that child, so she wouldn't have a burden. But because she has the other three, it pushes up her burden exponentially, and I think that's the problem.
And if they let's say he had the last kid, but they got married, and had the last kid, then I could, okay.
Yeah, because you was in their life for real.
Yeah, you understood that you had to take care of these kids.
I mean,
after you married,
if you was together, and I had 3 kids, and you had to have been around my kids, and in the capacity that you're around my kids could determine whether or not I should feel this. You get what I'm saying? Because regardless of marriage or not, if you spend enough time around somebody's kids, it becomes a thing. And that, again, that's the you know what I'm saying? That's like the two-edged sword with that.
That's where I was going at it. That's what I was getting at. Is that if I only said marriage because that's the logical way.
Yeah, that's the most
of why he could understand. I need to take care of these other 3 kids,
right?
Rather than I'm just a boyfriend and then we had a little accident. But it seemed like it's a boyfriend and it wasn't a planned, you know what I'm saying, parenthood. So, and now they broke up for whatever reason. I don't know. I think he's talking about how they broke up. If she broke up with him, we could just cut the video, just delete it off, just delete it off YouTube, bro. If she broke up with him, and then is now asking for his assistance,
Yeah, it's bad. That's bad. I don't want to hear it ever again. Like I don't want to hear nobody arguments about. He still. No, it's over with. It's dead.
That's mine, silly.
No, that's dumb that you can't feed the other kids.
No,
Don't
it's
feed
not.
nobody at all. Then he can't take that. He can't eat.
He can't. So if he's hungry, imagine he's in there like I need this food, and you talking about something he can't eat because the other kids can't have McDonald's. Cause I ain't feed the rest of them, so he can't. Okay, all right.
Eat it.
Maybe.
But you in charge of taking care of my child.
I'll be upset if I was a son. If I was a son of herd,
Woo!
he gotta be. If the other ones don't eat, he can't eat either. Especially if I'm looking at the dynamic of the family, like that's my father. Y'all just, I guess y'all my siblings, but you know, y'all not really. I feel like I'll get upset, like, bruh, don't drag me down because
don't
the other people
don't stop me from eating because they dad's not coming to bring them food, which sounds really insensitive right about now. But
kids, they don't care about what?
If you had one or two, I can maybe. You got
Maybe.
It's 3 extra kids. What the? You all like going to my account, spending money on all those kids. Them not my kids.
Them are your kids' siblings, though. Dumb.
So that's what you gonna go with?
That's a lot of money.
Those are your fucking kids' siblings.
I was gonna say we know what it's like to pay for a person in a relationship. Imagine buying food for 4 kids.
I know how my dad felt trying to provide for 3 boys. Imagine a 4th boy.
Oh yeah, that's not his.
That's not it. And then they break up, and then she still expects.
That's how my mom felt. Like let's say it's Sunday, and I'm like, hey, can DeAndre, DeMarcus, and Darius come over? It's like
There's literally four mouths, 4 boys to feed.
it's like
Imagine doing that every other day. You gotta bring,
because like she can't let you come over and not eat. You know what I'm saying?
and it's
So
not like he can necessarily cook anything because if he doesn't have full custody, he just bringing food, and I wouldn't trust her. Like even if I gave her $100 for groceries to cook for the week,
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that neither.
I don't think it's going to. I would ask my son, did she cook for y'all? Is it? And she said, no, she didn't.
Yeah, I probably do it once, and then after that,
Yeah.
like
I would use it if he really wants custody. As I said before, if he really wants custody of the full custody of the kid, I would use this to show that she's a negligible.
say it again. What? Neck.
And then-
All right, here we go.
So that means
Yeah.
I take care of them.
So don't.
where's-
No, I didn't say you have to take care of them. You can bring them something to eat if you bring one something to eat.
I bring them
That's
food
taken
every
care
other
of.
day. What do you mean?
Exactly, but you don't never bring food for the other ones. You know I get my food stamps on the other.
That bounce, I felt that. That was the. Oh my god! Like
Because you don't understand me, that's not my kids.
it feels like this.
It's literally their argument is really what other people argument had on other podcasts watching this. How she's arguing, they're still kids and they'll X, Y, and Z about each other, but he's like, they're not my kids. So she's emotional. She's arguing in an emotional standpoint of how the kids might feel about each other, and he's just like, logic. That's not my kid. They're not going to see eye to eye.
Listen.
Your babies.
Okay, but I'm saying we share the same kid as well.
Absolutely. So if you want to, if you feel like I feel the way about him eating, take him in the room and let him.
I'm not taking my kid in the
Send him down
room.
to the car. He ain't got to eat for his brothers and sisters. He can come right out to the car.
She won't compromise. That's the thing too. It's like you won't cooperate at all. Like, give me something. like, okay, cool. You don't want them to see him eating. He can come outside. Nope. That's fine. Let him sit in the room by himself. Nope. So you just don't want him to eat. Yeah, no, he can eat as long as you feed everyone else. They're not my kids. I'm not feeding everyone else.
It's literally she can't at this point, I'm assuming she can't provide food for them. So she's thinking about her standpoint of thinking about the kids, not kids hating the youngest because he got food, is because they're starving and they know that Billy is in the other room eating it up. And then when he come out and open the door and come out the room,
Can you imagine that though? If
he ready to play. Like, what game he playing?
Hey, what's up, man? What's up?
And they're like upset in the corner.
He's looking
Their
like-
stomach is growling, and she knows that.
You had some McDonald's, huh?
it's not because it's McDonald's and it's a shiny. Oh, it's out to eat. It's fast food. It's because she can't provide food for them, and if one is eating, the other ones are going to feel left out or feel badly about her not being
Or-
able to.
They're just gonna be hungry.
Eat with me.
No, no. You know what? Fine. Give it here.
Thank you.
Give it
Grow
here.
up, bro. Like,
Give it
you
here.
Kids,
Give
like,
it here.
You sound stupid.
Dumb. He ain't eating this. You.
Why the you just do that?
Because you ain't bringing up for all the other kids. You stupid. Stupid.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
She felt good about that.
This is the part of the video. Hopefully Quan see this. Quan, that was the part where I said I don't feel like it was about the kids. Because you wouldn't have done that if it was about the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because that had nothing to do with that. He offered to bring him outside to sit in the car to eat. He did all of these things to compromise. She was unwilling to compromise. Then when she pretended to compromise, she threw the things on the ground.
I'm just thinking about how he feels at that moment and getting into the car. I would feel
I wouldn't have said no words to her after that.
I would feel helpless.
I would have gotten in the car quietly. Like I would have said,
I would have felt helpless because that's still at the end of the day, your son is still up there hungry. I'll feel helpless, like somebody is holding me down and then somebody's taking my kid away, and I'm trying to like struggle and get those men off of me so I can get to my kid, and I'm just seeing them putting them in, taking them away. I feel helpless.
she
Like
threw the food on the ground.
I did what I was supposed to do, and like knowing that you can't legally do what you want to do to make sure that your son is out of the house and eating some food, because that'll require you to get physical and go upstairs and grab him. Come on. Which you could do that.
But that's a whole nother
But that becomes
trauma
a whole-
type situation.
And his defense would be, my son is in there starving. I brought food and she threw it on the floor. It was either that or wait.
He broke in my house.
Or it was either
He
that
pushed me.
or call the authorities, quote unquote, but then they'll have to file for defects and all the other things, and that'll take weeks. But my son is still hungry.
Gosh, yeah, he's up there just like
He's probably hearing that you're yelling on the street. They're hearing all of this.
yeah. They
So-
probably all heard it.
I wonder how she's not going to talk about how the conversation was when she walked back in the house.
Of course not. What? Why would you talk about the representation of how your kids feel about it?
After-
Why does that matter?
But
Your
that's
kid,
what-
how your kids feel doesn't really matter right here either. Because one of your kids doesn't eat because you threw his food on the ground.
That's her argument about how the kids are going to feel stuff away about the other kids.
But
then.
what if she's going in and telling them negative things about his father?
That's the only valid reason why she'll think it's okay for her to throw the food on the ground.
So then you could
She
just
can't come in and say, "Where's my food? I threw it on the ground because whatever." She's gonna say your father didn't do
Didn't
X, Y, and
bring
Z for everybody else, and as if he didn't hear the conversation. Standing on top of the stairs, like
Selfish is a like you're dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. He not finna eat that. Dumb.
Take care of him anyway.
Dumb. He not finna do that. If you can't do it for all, don't do it for none of them. Buy stupid.
and her saying he was saying you can't even take care of him anyway. Hey man, and it looks like this is a response video.
he's an idiot. Why would you put yourself in that position? Why? Look at her. Look at her.
I don't know if y'all can see the mouse cursor, but I think I turned that setting off. But look at her lashes.
She got lashes on. She got her hair done.
Her eyebrows are done.
She got on makeup that probably somebody else did. Let me not say that because it's possible that she did it herself.
Her hair is done, meaning that she still, even if there was an argument saying that maybe her sister, even though she has a sister, did it for free, but she still has to purchase the hair.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've had to go get hair for my sister to get her hair done
Mm-hmm.
by her sister
She has to
for free. So
And
you
it
still had
seemed
to
like
pay
this
for the hair.
It seems like this. Is this a?
I don't know. You could have, but whatever you spent, you could have. You could have bought your kids some food with that.
I'm trying to see if it's a wig or if
Yeah,
it's
you're looking too hard. I don't care that much.
because Wigs are expensive, especially good ones.
Freak off.
But hair
Her
gotta
freak
be
off.
it's over $100. It could be. I know it's like 2, possibly 3, and then plus installation,
Which is
and it's like it's
crazy to me
colored.
because I don't understand why like women have to pay a good grip for their hair.
Yes, then styled and everything. So I know it's a couple $100. Lashes is what, like 100 maybe, depending on who's doing it. 75.
Yeah, it depends on who do it. Because some people are cheaper, but you know. All right, let's watch this.
Yeah.
So the whole world is basically bashing me right now because I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child
Right.
McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have 4 kids.
Right.
You knew this situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child.
Okay.
So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together.
Okay.
My kids have to go through a transition of our breakup as well. Like,
That's
yeah,
your-
me and you broke up, but my kids got to feel it too. So now
Wait,
my
pause it.
kids
That doesn't matter. That's not his issue. Once he's gone, he's gone. He's not obligated to take care of the other kids.
But this
keep
is also
continuing.
but this is what I was talking about before, where you put yourself in this position, and so even if we acknowledge that she doesn't have a point, if he never put himself in that position, she doesn't even get to the point where she feels this way.
She just shed more light about the basis of her argument in the other video. She's upset, or not upset. She's still grieving about the breakup. If it was a legitimate breakup and he did it, she's grieving about it because she stated he used to take care of the other kids and buy them McDonald's. But now that they're
but that doesn't mean she's grieving.
Not grieving in a way where she's getting over what used to be. He used to bring other kids food, but now she's bringing one kid. So now it's a realization.
Okay, I get what you mean. I get, because the point of contention was he used to do this when we were together.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
So now
okay.
they're not together. So when she sees him bringing food for just that one kid, is like, now it's like a realization. I just lost my help.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of emotions tied into why it's not logic. It's all emotion about why she did what she did, and if she broke up the relationship, I don't think so, because the way she's talking about it,
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
unfortunately we're not together or whatever. So it seems like either he called it quits and was like, it's too much, because he does seem level-minded, even though he made the bad choice of having a kid with her with 3 kids.
Nah, he don't seem level-minded to
He
me.
seems level-minded enough to know.
You mean to tell me that his common sense argument of those aren't my kids makes you feel like he's level-minded? I feel like anybody with a brain could figure that out. Like,
I'm saying if he broke up with her.
okay, I get what you're saying. Okay,
Dawn
okay.
on, because people marry porn stars and then divorce them, and you're like, look at Mia Khalifa, Lana Rose.
Yeah, but see, they weren't level.
I'm saying
You
they
see what I'm
make,
saying?
they make
Like-
a bad choice, and then their own biological instinct kicks in. Is like, I can't do this. So that probably happened with him.
I agree with that, but I feel like that's like backup. Like, you should have thought of that. Like, you should have knew that beforehand. Like, where was your biological instinct before? Like, what the freak is going on?
It was all it's all emotion. It was all hype. He probably thought she looked really good. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably the best he could do at that moment.
All right, let's play the video, bro.
Yeah.
Whoa.
have to see only one of their siblings get McDonald's and not the rest of them, and they know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them, but now you don't want to do that for them anymore.
Duh.
Like, to me, that's petty.
No, it's not petty. I'm not
Where are your
obligated to your kids. They're your kids.
And this is also,
If we were together, the only reason I was doing it is because we was together.
it is also inciting that the other kid's father are not doing anything.
Yeah, it has to be because you wouldn't care otherwise.
Yeah, you just call the other fathers. Okay.
Like, watch, fine. I'll get his daddy to do it. Duh, that's what's supposed to happen.
That's petty. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're not finna give.
It's not fair.
Attention to detail.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not fair that I have to pay for 4 meals instead of 1 when I go to McDonald's because you want me to, not because I'm supposed to, but because you want me to.
One child McDonald's and not all the other kids McDonald's. Like, I'm not going. And then on top of that, you mean to tell me You can dib and dab and want to do it sometimes, but yet you can't feed all my other kids McDonald's though.
She just said
That's
the
what
same
you
thing
mean
twice.
to tell me? Like,
She literally just said the same thing twice.
You want to know what the issue with this is?
What?
If you're letting him have sex with you, and you know that y'all aren't together, because that's what that is. That means you're allowing him to do it.
Right.
You can't be mad that he doesn't take care of your kids.
Yeah, that's. I forgot to mention that point. There's a whole other side of it. She's blaming him for him understanding her situation, but she's not taking accountability that she didn't require a marriage or anything before.
And she's not even requiring a regular
baby.
commitment now. So you had the baby, y'all aren't together, and you're still letting him hit. And you're upset he's not. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, he had no obligation for him to take care of the kids for a
Like,
lifetime.
assuming that he really be wanting to hit. You could require something of him, and then either he's going to stay and do what is required and hit, or he's not. Which now he's probably not. But I think you get the point that I'm making.
Yeah.
If you require things from the beginning.
Think about it. Let's say she never gets help and she keeps running into walls. She's forever going to blame him for why the other kids are falling short. She's not going to blame herself. She's not going to try to better herself. She's not going to blame the other kids' fathers. All it blame's going to go on him because he was the one that used to do it for them, and the other kid's father never did. Apparently, we're going based off this because it's not they were somewhat together, and she was depending on him to provide that aspect. And once he's not providing it and just doing it for one kid,
It's funny. We don't even know.
it's an issue.
We don't even know if she has 4 different baby daddies. We don't know
Yeah,
that.
it could be just 2, and she had 3 with the other ones, or it could be 4 different baby daddies. That's crazy. If that is.
Yeah.
That means you never learned your lesson. You never required marriage.
I'm not going for that. I'm going to stand on what I said, and I don't care what everybody else have to say about it. Y'all could judge me. Oh, well, I could be the villain, but I said what I said. Like, if you can't bring everybody McDonald's, then can't nobody have McDonald's then. Period.
Period. It's the period.
How you feel about that? It's getting a little dark on my side, huh?
It is. I'm gonna turn this light for you.
Yeah. I'm a little upset.
So you're upset?
That makes me upset. Because it just feels like, it feels so disingenuous. Like, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Yeah, but it doesn't look weird like it did that one day. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, go to yours right quick. Yeah, like, I just got that weird yellow balance. But it is what it is.
What about the video? I mean, her response video. Do you think she clarified some things?
I don't think
She
that.
did a little bit, but
Yeah,
for the wrong
for the
purposes.
people who care, like the people that it changes their whose side they're on, finding out that he's still having sex with her and that he was taking care of her kids when they was together. For the people that matters to them, she just changed everything. They're just like, oh well, now this makes it different. But it's like no, because he still has no actual obligation to take care of your other children. If he was doing it when he was with you, it's because he was with you.
She's not understanding that.
And it's almost like, I think that people don't, like women don't understand a lot of times when somebody's with you and they doing something, that's what it is. They're with you. When they're not with you no more, the benefits of being with you stop. Which she obviously doesn't understand because she's still giving him the benefits of being with her.
With sex?
Without them being together. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's probably what it is. She's willing to give him the benefits of them not being together, but he's not doing it, and she thinks he should. And that's not how life works. That's not how life works.
I'm saying she was giving a lot of information on her response video. She was giving out a lot of stuff that she wasn't trying to say, but based off how she was saying it and what she was saying, led to a lot of understanding of where the concept could possibly come from.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And yeah, it just, I don't know if he's going to put a response video. I don't think he cares. He cares, but I don't think he's going to be on social media like
I
that.
wouldn't say a goddamn thing. I would just let it rock. She got it. It's no point.
Yeah.
I'm not going back and forth with you over the internet.
And I think majority of people, you know what I'm saying. Last she said they're bashing her, so I think majority of the people are on his side, right? She kind of like, you know, it's like the Amber Heard thing. You tried to do something petty. You talking about petty? You tried to do something petty, and it backfires.
Exactly.
So that literally was happening with Amber Heard. That literally what happened. She tried to do something and it backfired, and now she filed for bankruptcy. She
Really?
sold her house, sold her home, and filed bankruptcy, and so she still owes the courts to say she still owes $10 million to Johnny Depp.
Yeah, but she was hoping that, you know what I'm saying, they would,
So I believe the bankruptcy,
you know, make him pay it.
so the bankruptcy, because that's what she owes off the defamation case. I think the bankruptcy basically is the bank funds whatever she owes. So the bank probably funded $10 million to Johnny Depp, but she has to pay monthly or whatever weekly installments until she takes up the $10 million. I believe that's how it works for bankruptcy.
I can't.
It's the bank itself pays for what you owe,
And then
owe
you
the
have to
bank.
pay the bank back.
Yeah.
But that's bad. That's debt.
It takes her out of
That's how debt works.
the immediate fire
Danger,
of danger, but she still owes the bank. So if she can land another acting job, she can start making stuff. But I don't know if she will ever will. She seems like she's talking about her going to a new chapter of her life, and I think that's her not acting or figuring out something else. So I think she's gonna get her last little whatever money she had from Aquaman, and then I don't think she's doing anything else because you can't unsee it. Once you see her face, you see the trial. You can't see blank face.
Yeah, I see
She's playing a new role.
the memes.
Let's go ahead and
I see all the memes, and I see like her face, like when she was lying. That's what I see.
you should have reacted to those videos when it was relevant, but also you have another video you wanted to show me about.
Yes.
So go ahead and give a little bit of context of the video.
I ain't gonna cap to you. It was fresh on my mind when it came out, like when I sent it to you.
Okay.
But it's been a minute since I even looked at that.
So you don't even know what the
Nah.
conversation.
So you gonna have to. I know you still got it, so you
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
have to go ahead and pull it up. Yeah. Isn't that weird? Do you see that? You saw that when we zoomed out when it put both of us on the thing, like the yellow, and my camera isn't as bad. It's kind of weird.
If it was Pearl's world, I don't think single mothers should be bailed out at all. No, I mean you should pick better. Get married before you carry.
Damn.
Get married before you carry.
That's harsh.
Get married before you carry.
It's facts. So I got a pretty.
And plus the
What you think about? What you think about?
I was thinking about what you were saying.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about. I guess it'll be right. So I'm thinking about it as if you didn't have to marry before you carry. Well, you don't, but just imagine mom's not getting any financial support. But that's not what she's talking about. Okay, go ahead.
the majority of abortions actually aren't from low income people. It's actually from people of higher income.
That's
gonna
people
be-
making
yeah.
bad decisions then.
Yeah.
I got a good story
Duh.
about this.
Okay, go ahead.
I know a woman who was 37, and she was talking to a friend of mine, and she was saying, you can just, if you want to get a kid, just get knocked up with a random guy. Just choose whatever guy. And she got knocked up. She got knocked up. The guy didn't want it, and he was like, I don't want any responsibility with it. And she's like, I don't care. I'm having it. That's the way it is. So is that not very abusive in nature?
But did he know that there was a possibility she could get pregnant?
Whoa!
If she outright lies,
When you
says-
have sex, you know there's going to be a possibility.
But
that
but she
she
might
could
be on
get pregnant.
protection. If she's
Was
on
it an
protection, then she could have lied. and
Girls
said-
lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Girls
saying
lie,
that's
I'm on
not
birth
okay. That's
control.
not okay. Lying is
Yeah, but
not okay.
I'm saying even like she legally could lie to him, and she
That's
like.
that. Yeah, that's
But
different.
this is what. But I'm going back to we were in.
The fact that she was willing to defend the woman in that situation.
In her head, it's the societal standard that no matter what, the man should take care of the child, regardless of what's going on.
She said, did he know that there was a possibility she could get pregnant?
But I'm saying that's where it all
Is water wet?
that's how society is viewing it.
Do you think that's air you're breathing now? And then she didn't apply it the other way. Did the girl know there was a possibility she could get pregnant when she had sex?
I mean, she knew the possibility. She knows if something was on birth control.
She was like, well, if she has, there's still a possibility.
I'm saying,
Even on birth control with contraception, there's a possibility that a baby can come from sex. That's literally
But that's literally your argument that you just said.
that's literally the progression of
woman-
life.
The woman
Sex
knows.
equals
The
baby.
thing, for him, it's a possibility. For her, she knows she's getting pregnant. She knows she's not on birth control. She knows she missed the pill for a couple days and she had sex. She knows all this. She knows I didn't protect myself to make sure I'm not pregnant. But him is a possibility. I hope she did what she needed to do. She said she took the pill. She said she, you know what I'm saying, took the shot in the arm. I think that's why I kind of Pearl's point kind of valid, because you know as a woman what you're doing to make sure that you're not pregnant, that you don't get pregnant with raw sex.
And you have 1,000,007 ways to do it.
Even afterwards, you get a morning after pill.
You actually have more options afterwards than we do, which is the point that she's making.
Yeah, that means you have to just sit and let it happen. Let the child incubate in your body.
Incubate is crazy.
Let the child.
That's literally what it's doing, but still, that's like the way you said it.
That's literally. That's literally what you did. You sat there, and then he says, "Hey, I don't think I want to."
No, it's crazy. He
I'm not
said,
doing
"I don't
this."
want it. I don't care." Okay. Imagine if it was reversed.
Yeah, she said, "I don't care. I'm still having it."
No, imagine if it was reversed. And men was like,
He's abusive.
"You having my baby?"
Emotional.
And then she said, "I don't want to have your baby." He said, "I don't care." That's rape. I mean, great. That's great. Edit that out. Yeah, that's great.
It's fine.
No, it's not fine. We want to get monetized. Stop it.
Incentivized to bad behavior is
Yeah,
What do you want?
ads.
Want a job that I don't hate.
I want a job that I don't
Want to
hate.
do something.
I want a
is
job.
incentivized because of feminism. So, like, that's why do you think that girl was stealing Drake's freaking condom? Drake did everything right. You don't think that corn star that got his kid did the same thing?
That stuff
Come
is
on.
bad. That's
She was the Drake's
first one?
baby mama was a corn star. Come on, you don't think
Like
that she would
said
do
an
some?
adult something.
So a guy could
Why can't you say that word on YouTube? Is it because they're sex workers and so it's like it's seen as a negative to call her?
It's kids that go on YouTube, and that industry. I guess they're trying to separate themselves.
do in that case, he did everything right. What more could he do? Wear a condom, and she could steal his seed, put it up there, get pregnant, and he's on the hook for 18 years. And in the U.S., he gets 25% of that man's income every year.
There was a memo by the end.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing. Like I didn't know it was that much.
25% of
my
500 million,
my entire
800
income.
million. How much you think that is?
A good amount, because I don't do math that well, but I know it's good.
That's like at least. She doesn't have to work. That's crazy. He can lose 25% of his income and change a person's
A life.
Not even just 5% of his income can change.
Her living situation completely.
Let's say if he had homeboys that were still struggling. If he gave 5% of his income,
And they're not getting it just like it's like over time, but his 5% is, you know what I'm saying, substantial for them over time.
5% can change.
NBA as well.
Actually, 25% of the revenue.
Sports athletes get done,
Yeah.
but they're not
Yeah.
responsible.
It's not fair.
So don't.
That's different, I think.
They would never know how she got pregnant. So don't you think they should just be able to get the same rights that women get?
I think that situation where the woman's deceitful, that's a different
But
situation.
he would never know.
You know what I'm saying? That's an assumption that he would know. That's the assumption that the courts and the judge will know that she went down, grabbed the condom from the trash can, and did that. All they know is she's pregnant with a child, and a child is coming.
The other situation, the girl wasn't deceitful. She had sex with him. He said, I don't want it. She said, I don't care. That's not deceitful. That's what it is. So, yeah, he made a bad decision by nutting in her, but she's literally making sure that he doesn't have a say.
So, and that's the leverage. Women don't want to lose the leverage. Or even the playing field.
Like if the average guy that happens to, he's never gonna know that she did that. All he knows is that she's pregnant. So don't you think we have a moral obligation don't we have a legal we should legally protect those men and give them the same right that women get?
I think if it's like literally stealing a bodily fluid to make yourself pregnant, then there should be some kind of legal thing involved there. That makes sense.
Okay, but you don't think that men should get the same right that women get to choose not to be a father?
Again, it's like women are the ones that have to carry the kids, so that's kind of unfair in general. So I feel like some things in life are not fair, and that's one of those things that's not fair.
I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. If you want to say something, you can. From watching the other video and then this,
she just said it's one of those things.
I'm feeling it.
Having to carry the child is unfair. Also, it's ironic that it's unfair that you have to carry the child, but when you want to use it,
you use it as the basis of why.
Yep. Why are women better than men? We carry life,
but
that's not fair to us. That you can use that argument, is it? We don't fight that. We be like, okay, you got it. We give you that.
I mean, it's an assumption that you don't want to carry that. You want to have the baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like now,
you don't want to carry the child. That's unfair.
So it's cool to have that as leverage when it benefits you.
Yeah. But when you see it working against you, it's not fair that I have to carry the child.
Because this would be a scenario when it's working against you, when we would have the choice to not have anything to do with it. Now it's not in your best interest to do this. And I think that's kind of the point, right? Like, be more responsible so that you don't have to worry about whether or not men are going to be in your life.
Yeah.
Choose a man so that you know for a fact that when we do this, he married me. He's going to stick around for my children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You take double precaution to make sure that he's going to be there after this.
Because anything else is negligent.
Which probably be marriage.
Anything else is negligent. And could put you in a terrible situation that you chose.
I think their fear goes to, okay, if he just opt out, that means he just go running around having 10 kids and opting out of all of them. Like, no.
Yeah, he can, but
what
no. Hold on. Before you go there, yeah, sure he can. You can go have 10 kids. You can have 10 men nutting you the same, however long it take, and abort all the kids. Like, what are we talking about?
No, I'm saying it'll cause her to make better choices and doubling down who's going to be there and who's not. So she'll know, I need to put a condom on, or
Yeah, no, I was just arguing the point of you can't say that, oh, he can run around and do this and he has more. It's like, no, right now you could do that. You could do that. I'm gonna finish this and then I'm gonna get to something that I saw because I watched Ruslan's video about abortion. I'm gonna talk to you about something that was on there.
You have responsibility over whether you get pregnant or not.
But I'm just saying, I don't think men envy women for having to carry a kid for 9 months. So that's an inequality that's always going to be present, just like maybe this situation, from my opinion.
But you're a woman and you know that this thing can happen to you, right? Yeah. So you consciously make the decision to sleep with the guy and you know that, okay, for lack of a better use, you are at a disadvantage because if anything happens, you're going to have to carry it. So you do it anyways, you get pregnant, and then why do I have to suffer?
Exactly. Why is my penalty bigger than yours for making a decision that's more detrimental to you? The decision is more detrimental to you. That's like me and you being in a car. I shoot somebody while you in the car and you face more jail time. That doesn't make any sense.
You know, it's their logic. It's their logic. That's how they feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm really maxed out. I'm maxed out.
And plus, I think it's 100% the girl's fault if she gets pregnant. It's 100% the girl's fault because you have the opportunity to get an IUD. You can get on birth control. You can make the men that sleep with you wear a condom because as long as there's no SA, you get to pick who gets to sleep with you. On top of that, you can do adoption. On top of that, you can get an abortion. So we have choice. Men only have one choice. Then they can even do that and the girl can still steal it and have the same outcome.
Yeah, I mentioned the stealing. There should be something legal involved. But if it's like you have consensual sex and then like the condom breaks, for example, like it's not.
It's like she didn't hear.
Yeah. She was about to correct her. She's like, no, it's So I guess she's letting her finish.
Anyone's fault, and then she gets pregnant. Then that's.
You still got the morning after pill, no?
Oh, I forgot. You're right. Morning after pill.
Or maybe not split. So maybe they just she gets pregnant like randomly and doesn't like no one did anything
random?
wrong. They were trying to be like. Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's trying to argue. She's trying the need to be right.
You can't get pregnant randomly.
Because even if she does that, his morning after pill.
Because the argument here is that if you can get pregnant randomly, you don't need to have sex. You can't get pregnant randomly. You have to do something to get pregnant.
Yeah, like how do you randomly get pregnant, and then the morning to not equate the morning after pill not being substantial? Oh, to get a morning after pill, but no. Like if she gets randomly pregnant.
What if she gets pregnant? Yeah, she didn't know she was pregnant last night. She had sex last night. That means she should know that there's a possibility she could be pregnant.
Yeah, she knows he had sex raw. She knows she's not on birth control. She knows she didn't take her pills.
She probably even know that he busting her.
Yeah, she know. Like she's saying, she knows these things. Even if you know this, even if the condom breaks and he busts inside you can.
If he say, "Hey, the condom broke,"
her girls can feel it. And even then, you can visually see. Oh, okay.
He'll probably tell you that the condom's broke. Unless he just wilding. He could be wilding. I'm sorry, I shouldn't even give y'all that out because y'all gonna take it. give him an inch, take a mile.
Is it random? I just slept
I mean, it's a great area.
So she made a choice to sleep with someone she shouldn't have slept with. And then she made a choice not to go on birth control. And then she made a choice not to take the morning after pill. And then she made a choice not to get an abortion. And then she carries the kid and makes a choice not to give it up for adoption.
Sounds like a lot of choices.
And the man can't get one.
I feel like again it's just one of those things that there isn't a perfect solution to it, and in this case,
bring about male birth control. Come on.
I think the perfect solution is to let men get a financial abortion.
That's your opinion. I think I disagree with that.
Okay, what do you guys think?
I mean,
pro-life, pro-choice.
No, I'm not really like tri-corner or anything like that. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
She's not gonna. It's the need to be right. She knows that she's wrong. She knows that.
That's so crazy.
She knows she doesn't make sense.
Because
it's the need.
Because when if men were arguing that women shouldn't have a choice to get an abortion.
It's her need to. She's being emotional. She knows she's wrong. It's the need to be right. The sign language. I need to be right. So even if I know I'm wrong, I'm going to say I'm right, and my pride is not going to allow me to correct myself and say, you know what, maybe I am wrong about this.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I'm kind of like people should have. There should be more rights for men if they want to oblige out of.
Not even more. There should be rights for men in general because there are none right now. We don't get none of them. All right.
Having a kid, and I do believe that it's the responsibility of the woman who's having that kid. You have so many different choices to be able to do that, and I think a guy should be able to financially. What's the word? Financially abort? Is that the word? Yeah. Financially abort if he wants to. And that being said, I think guys should encourage.
This is Webflow. Meet the design tool from the future. The most
tool
powerful
of the
visual.
Future. Yes. Oh God.
Encourage men to take responsibility and kind of raise that kid.
Agree.
But if they don't want to, they don't want to. And if they should have that right to be able to, because that's equality, right?
That's how it is for women. If you want to have your baby, go ahead. But we gonna choose. We want the choice. Cool. But it's like there's something about men having an option that doesn't sit right with women. It's like you mean to tell me that you can choose not to take care of your child?
It's the idea of her losing what she values in a man, which is support and stability. And if he's opting out of that, that means she lost the very thing that biologically she desired. Because she's not getting it for herself, and she's not getting it for her child, which ultimately is why she wants that man, not for herself. It's because if there's kids involved and family, he can financially support and protect and take care of the kids.
So why didn't you make sure that he was going to be around for that?
Because she doesn't. They don't.
Because you just wanted to have a good time.
They don't require marriage. They don't care about getting. You ask them if they want to get married, whether they're young. No, I don't. I think I want to do my thing and whatever. And then they get pregnant, and then he's not acting like a father or a husband. It's because you didn't go knowing that if he even wants to be a father.
I was gonna say that's what I was about to say. You choose the wrong men, and then you wonder why they don't want to stick around for your children.
And it's like,
but that's somehow his fault that he doesn't want to stick around. He's probably like that when you met him, but that doesn't matter.
She didn't see it
because when he has that kid coming, he'll change.
She doesn't. She didn't see it. She didn't see that he would. They probably don't talk about life stuff, future stuff about possibly having a kid with, not in general, but with each other. Not like, oh, you want kids? Yeah, I would like 3 kids eventually. I mean, about us. Do you want children with me? And what time frame are you looking for? What do you know what I'm saying? Do you want to accomplish something first?
This is just kind of hurtful to me. It kind of hurt my feelings.
Yeah, it's a lot, and she knows she's not making logical sense. She just needs to be right. But we'll finish the video.
I think men should take care of the kids they have. Like, absolutely. But I don't think they should be on the hook. I don't think she should get a lifestyle out of it. You can get a job just like he can. What do you can't work just because you had a child?
And employers are much more facilitating
like
for that.
Sometimes I think girls are just lazy. Like, they don't want to get a job.
Is it easy?
No, I'm serious. I get it. You have to carry the kid, but after that, you get like
it's an easy way to get money.
Yeah, but like, you know, when people give birth, they lose a lot of vitality and energy, right? And we'll call these issues with your spine.
But it's a choice. It's your choice. You can.
No, I'm not talking about the choice.
I think that's what the funniest part about it is. It's literally your choice. Like, it's not like some man is holding a gun to your head saying, "Birth this baby. Now take care of it by yourself." It's like, no, you made a choice to have. Okay, all right.
Choice. I'm just saying, like, you know, if someone says I've just given birth to like a kid, this kid weighed like 3.
Did you not hear what I said? I said 6 months. She can, chill.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Then go get a job.
Sound like you're making excuses for these.
I don't know.
Why are we making excuses?
Taj didn't take off for work that long. She went back to work like fairly quickly after both her kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of I don't know, like it's a good, and I'm hoping, Taj, if you see this, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking that they accommodated her. You know what I'm saying? Like, made it so that she didn't have to do as much physically as she would have had to do on a normal day because she, you know what I'm saying, she had a baby.
Yeah, and you get paid time off.
Yeah. So then it's like when you get back, I feel like they're probably
you still get a paycheck,
especially if they're accommodating you. There really is no excuse for you not working. If you were grown enough to make that choice, you're grown enough to understand that life still goes on. Just because you're pregnant doesn't mean everybody else's life stops. Doesn't mean the company that you work for stops. So, like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they get paid off too, pay time off. Like, while they're resting up, they still get paychecks. So they're not losing any money. They're not losing a beat. They're just at home, healing and taking care of the kid. They still get weekly or however they get paid. They still get those checks.
Pregnancy looks very challenging, so I could understand if someone doesn't come out of that as sprightly and with the same vitality.
So they don't get the same body they had when they were 21 years old.
Yeah, but I don't think she's entitled to his money.
No,
you're not entitled to have it like him pay for your lifestyle.
Yeah, so my view on this is very straightforward, right? You pro-choice, but that has to come with the financial abortion, right? So everyone has maximum freedom, right? You can choose to have a kid, you can choose not to have a kid. I can choose to support a kid, I can choose not to support a kid. I think that's the only rational way of approaching this. You know, the other way would if you force people to, you know, not how they use their bodies, then you have to go down a really kind of dodgy slope of when's too far. You know, how much can I get you to do with your body?
Yeah, I agree with that.
So yeah, I would.
When's
support.
too far? When you're infringing on someone else's body, which is the kid.
What do you want? Want a job that I don't hate.
A job that I don't hate.
Oh, that's it?
A job out of the darkness where I was born in it. Right, ask me. Ask me what do I want.
What do you want?
A job that I don't hate.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
So when you saw that, of course, it struck a nerve in you, and you were like, this doesn't make.
Yeah, I only watched like the beginning. I watched like the first minute to where she said, I think that you lay down, did the thing. It doesn't matter. It's not fair, but it is what it is. I saw that and I was just like,
yeah. I'm tapped out, man. My mind is like spinning. It's so much stuff that doesn't make sense. It's trying to understand people's reasoning and their logic. Sometimes it's training. That's why I don't know how Fresh and Fit do it every
on a
night.
daily basis, like every single night.
12, 13.
They got and they have the loud. Yeah. You know the type of women that they get in there. It's funny because some of those women are actually really reasonable, despite the fact that they know what they be doing. You know what I'm saying? They'll just admit it. And they're like, yeah, he's right, because I do this, I do that. Yeah.
That's relieving. Okay.
Yeah, it feels better.
Because like when the woman agrees, it sways the other women's opinion on.
Except for that one that just wants to.
Yeah.
I don't know about that because I just think
she's
no.
strong-minded and she. I can't do that. Imagine doing it every day, 12 different girls, thoughts and. Can't do that. He even says himself, "I'm losing my hair."
I would argue that he was already losing his hair.
Yeah,
but
it's a.
I get it. I get the joke.
Yeah, it's stressful, but you know.
You know what's funny? Those are the women that they think that they're too much in a relationship and that they need a man to handle them. The ones that are stressful.
Handle us. You'll handle us.
Yeah, I just think
you don't know that movie.
I think it's crazy that
it's the Matrix.
There's an argument
Reloaded
to handling women, but if I try to handle you,
when you're talking to Neo, and they're trying to escape from.
If I try to handle you
from the restaurant or hotel,
then it's.
And Neo's like, "Go, I'll handle them."
Assault.
And he said, "Handle us. You'll handle us."
You know, assault is bad.
Yeah. You gotta get your movies down, Pat. You know, you don't know your movies.
I don't like that you just completely you just did that.
Ignored you. Okay.
You just did that.
Sorry.
What else is new?
That's all the videos, right?
Yeah, I think we should end it here
and wrap it up.
Yeah.
I think it was a very interesting podcast. You gonna show them what that is?
It's a phone call, but my One Piece fans, they know what this is.
If y'all know what it is,
my transponder snail is calling.
For which one? For which number?
What? It's not about numbers. It's just what transponder snail sound like.
Which number?
If you pick up, they go, click.
Does that happen when you pick up?
Click. No, it doesn't.
It'd be crazy if they heard it on their end.
Click. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What is that? I gotta call him back. That was Quan.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we're about to end it here, so.
Hey, so
yeah.
If you want to talk, let us know how you feel about everything we just watched in the comments down below. Did we get it right? Did we get it wrong?
It was a lot. It was a lot emotionally to to wrap our head around to find the logic. But I believe
emotional damage. Okay, all right. Go ahead.
I'm done.
As we said at the beginning of the video, follow us on the social media. DD_I'm just saying is the Instagram and the Twitter. I'm just saying 01 is the TikTok.
We also have some debates and stuff on there. If y'all go in there, we have some like polls and pictures of like a versus battle and stuff like that.
I think it's time actually for us to do
another one.
Our other verses. So I'll be in touch this week so we can handle that.
We can do other verses. We have pictures down, but they're old, so we're gonna redo verses and have them up here for the next podcast. We'll do a debate, another anime versus debate. Those are always fun, right?
Absolutely. I just like arguing with you.
Okay.
I'm argumentative.
Yeah. You will never get married because of that, right?
That has nothing to do with me.
All right. Well, if y'all guys like the video, please go down and also subscribe. Hit the like button. Make sure you hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload. Leave a comment. It helps with the algorithm. I think that's about it for you guys. We'll be back. We're recording in Tuesday or something?
Yep. So we'll be here.
So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new, thank you for continuing watching. Hopefully, but yeah. See y'all later.
We out of here, man. Peace.